Welcome back to Straight Talk. I'm Laurel Porter. We're talking with the chairwoman of the Multnomah County Commission, Deborah Kafoury. Once again, welcome. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks.
Last fall, voters overwhelmingly passed a campaign finance reform measure to limit political contributions. Oregon is the only state in the country that doesn't limit political contributions. I think the vote was 89% in favor of it. But last week, the commission voted to let a court decide if that measure is actually constitutional. Critics say that is going against the will of the people. Why take it to the court before it's challenged?
Well, pieces of this law have been amendment have been passed before and been ruled unconstitutional by the courts, leaving some uncertainty. And while the majority of the members of the commission supported it vocally, and actually, we voted for it, in fact, we don't want that uncertainty out there during an election. If someone decides to follow the rules and someone doesn't, it might create an imbalance. And then if the courts throw it out later, we would feel that we were responsible somehow for not putting that fine point on the issue right now. Most of the advocates that we've talked to are actually happy that we're sending it directly to the courts to get some certainty quickly and put this issue, hopefully, so that we can enact it and make it the law.
So you support the idea of campaign finance reform?
Right. I definitely believe that we need to have some limits. There has just been way too much money in politics, and we've seen, especially at the federal level, where we can't get common sense legislation passed because of the big funding that's behind keeping things status quo.
We've heard scientists say a major earthquake is likely to happen sometime in our lifetime. And a lot of the state is unprepared for that. But Multnomah County has been proactive, working to upgrade the infrastructure. First, the old county courthouse, torn down, being replaced. Can you give us a status report on that?
Sure, and actually you can go to our website at www.multco.us, and we have a camera set up on Hawthorne Bridge so you can watch the construction of the new county courthouse underway right now.
And what about funding? Is there any jeopardy as far as state funding or federal? Is there any federal funding that you're worried about given the times?
There's no federal funding. There is state funding. We actually have been working with the state of Oregon since most of the employees that work in the building are state employees. We've been working with them to do a 50-50 split, so the state pays half and the county pays half. That's the only way we've been able to get the courthouse built. Right now during session, they're debating whether or not they're going to give their share, but I'm strongly convinced that they're going to. They understand the importance of having a safe, seismically stable courthouse.
And if they don't?
Oh, they're going to.
You're sure of that. And also, you took care of the Selwood Bridge. You led the way on that to get that rebuilt. What's next? What bridge is next?
The Burnside Bridge is next. It's coined the Lifeline Bridge because it goes all the way across the county. And where we are right now is we funded a study to look at whether replacement is necessary or whether we can do a renovation. It's similar to the steps that we took during the rebuilding of the Selwood Bridge, where ultimately we decided through studies that we needed to just replace the bridge. So we don't know yet what the outcome is going to be of that, but they're working hard at it right now.
The Multnomah County Commission is once again in the hands of 5 women. That was the situation for part of 2013 and 2014, but it's the first time all the women have been elected since the year 2000. How would you describe how the commission is working together?
It's really been amazing. I have to say, there are 5, well, I shouldn't speak of myself, 4 wonderfully talented, committed women on the commission. We're all mothers. We all are there because we care about people and we want to help people and serve people. So they're not caught up in worried about their egos or their careers. They're really there to do the work of the people. And I have to say it's refreshing. So far, so good. It's only been 3 months, but I have high hopes for this commission really working together well and making some big changes.
And for the first time, 3 women of color.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now we have people across our county who can look at the commission and say, there's somebody who looks like me.
We have about 2 minutes left, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about women in politics in Oregon. An exciting time, really, for women. With the Multnomah County Commission, we talked about 2 women on the Portland City Council with the election of Chloe Eudaly, the governor, the Speaker of the House, the Attorney General, the Majority Leader in the House, all women, and there are others across the state. How far do you think women have come in Oregon politics? And you were brought up with a strong woman in politics. Your mother, your late mother, Gretchen Kafoury, was a pioneer in Oregon politics. Her career spanned from Portland City Council to the legislature. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on how far women in politics have come in Oregon.
It's really shocking sometimes. I just want to pinch myself because it's so fabulous. You know, my mom worked really hard to make sure that women had a fair shake at getting elected. And it really starts at the grassroots. She mentored young women. She worked with them while they were working on their campaigns and then supported them once they got into office. And I think that's what you're seeing now. It's not a coincidence that we have all these women elected. It's been 35 years of hard work. And we have a lot of organizations who are dedicated solely to getting women in office, and it's making a big difference.
What would you say to women watching this program who might be thinking about politics or maybe thinking, you know, I don't know what to do, how to get into it?
Well, I would first say to call or to look up the organization called Emerge Oregon. They do amazing work mentoring women who are interested in running for office. One of the things that I've noticed when I've talked to women is they seem to say, well, I don't know the answer to every question. I'm not an expert in every issue. Where I don't hear that same thing from the men who want to run for office. And I would say to those women, you can learn. That's the beauty of it. People want to elect someone who cares. They don't expect you to be an expert on every issue. But as long as you care and you have the right values and you really want to do a job for the people that you're serving, then I think you have a great chance.
Chairwoman Kafoury, thank you for joining us here on Straight Talk.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you here. Good luck with your budget. We'll hear about that on Thursday, and then State of the County coming up on Friday. Then you'll have a chance to weigh in on the budget. Thanks again. Straight Talk airs twice a week on KGW, Saturday at 4:30 p.m. and again Sunday at 6:30 p.m. just after NBC Nightly News. Thank you once again to my guest, Chairwoman Deborah Kafoury, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next week for Straight Talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.